What is your name and title?
My name is Steve Davis, and I'm the police chief for the city of Iowa Park.
How long have you worked for the city?
I started with the city of Iowa Park back in 1994, and I have worked for the city for 29 years.
What did your journey look like to get to your position?
In 1994, I started as a patrolman in the patrol division with the police department. I remained there until 1999, in which I was promoted to patrol sergeant. At that time, there was only one patrol sergeant overseeing all three shifts. In about 2002 or 2003, they did bring on a couple of more sergeants so that each shift was covered. I remained a patrol sergeant until 2018, and that's when I was promoted to operations lieutenant slash criminal investigator. And I held that title for a year, and in 2019, the current police chief at that time retired, and I was selected to be the chief of police, and I've been there since 2019.
What is your day-to-day life like at work?
Most of the responsibility of the police chief is developing and overseeing the budget for all the police department operations throughout the year. We get tax dollars from the citizens, so we are set with a certain amount of money that we have to operate all of our different divisions and departments throughout the year. That has to be closely monitored and overseen so that money is not being wasted or spent, in ways that does not benefit proper policing for the city of Iowa Park.
What do you enjoy most about your work?
I think what I enjoy most about my work is the fact that I am not much different than anyone else that decides to choose a career in law enforcement. It's all about helping people, knowing that what you do matters, and it matters a lot to some people whenever they're in need, and you show up and you can provide community services like our city does. When you make someone feel good, you feel good inside yourself.
What is your biggest challenge at your job?
The biggest challenge in law enforcement right now, that's kind of a twofold question. That one problem that we're facing is manpower. Right now, manpower in law enforcement, there's shortages from coast to coast all over the nation. It's a difficult job. The pay is, adequate at best. But you just have to have the right mindset and character to get into this line of work and to stay with it. Another big problem that we're seeing right now in law enforcement is actually technology. Technology is increasing in leaps and bounds. The criminal element knows how to use this technology. Of course, they are not funded by tax dollars, so they can take their funds and invest it in better technology to commit crimes and criminal activity. One of our biggest issues is trying to find the tax dollars to keep up with that technology in order to fight the crimes and criminal activity that they're doing with this technology.
What didn't you know prior to your position that you wish someone had told you?
I think the best answer for that really doesn't have any specific connection to law enforcement. As I have spent 29 years in my profession, I wish that I would have probably listened to people earlier in my career whenever they were trying to convince me that, hey, you can't do this forever. That retirement and planning for that retirement is extremely important. I know that whenever I was young, and the younger guys that I see in my profession now, 30 years down the road is not on the forefront of their mind. It should be, because that time creeps up on you faster than you think. And better planning and listening to my elders back then sure have set you up in a lot better position now that I'm older and when you get older. So, that's something I have to urge everyone is start now, because time flies, and before you know it, you're getting close to the end of your career and you realize, I don't really want to work all my life. I would like to retire. So plan now. That's probably the best advice I can give anyone out there.
And is there anything else you'd like to add?
I think that my choice when I was young and getting into law enforcement was probably one of the best decisions that I'd ever made. This is what I consider and what a lot of police officers consider the best job in the world. It's fun, it's exciting, it can be boring sometimes. There's always something new. As time progresses, things change, laws change. The career itself is ever evolving, and it's so much fun to be a part of it. It's very rewarding.
Thank you.